Recently, I was reminded that my presence made a difference, and yours too. In this video, I will walk through what happened. Last Sunday, I visited a resident at a nursing home. Usually, there are two people in each room, one closer to the door and the other one further away from the door. So she happened to be on further away from the door. So I peeked through the blind and I said, "Hello." The resident was so excited and jumped up the bed and said, "Kevin." I said, "How are you? Can I come in?" And then I came in and then we started to chat. The week that I came was difficult for her. So she said my visit was the highlight of her week and it was also a blessing. For your context, for 2 years, I used to be a volunteer at this nursing home as an advocate for residents where I came weekly. As an advocate, my role was to listen and be the bridge between the resident and the facility on their needs and their wants to make sure that they were heard. There were about 70 residents in one facility, and my commitment was to do a 1 hour weekly visit, but I rarely was able to meet everybody within 1 hour. So I typically was able to see half. Sometimes I went from room to room, sometimes I went to the common room where people were gathering, playing games, watching TV. What I did was just to come in and say, "How are you?" Chat about the weather, what's the food, any highlight like meeting with family, meeting with friends, anything that they saw interesting since the last time that we met. If they had something that they need or they want, I always was open to listen, and then I wrote everything down, and at the end of the visit I would go and actually share my notes with the administrator, the director of nursing, director of activities, or anybody else who might be relevant for the specific residents' needs and wants. So it was a pretty minimal commitment because I was only there offering my time and my presence. I was not supposed to give anything material, anything financial, just my time and presence. I was there for about 2 years until at some point my availability changed and then I had to stop volunteering there. And when I said my goodbye, many of them were actually sad and some even shed some tears, saying that it had been really nice to have me going and visiting with them weekly. Many of them expressed that meeting with me was the highlight of their week, usually that they were looking forward to, even though typically when we go and chat every week, they rarely say these kind of things. But when I was about to leave, and I guess a presence was not going to be as constant as before, it was going to be something that they were going to miss. So it was kind of nice to hear. They said that you were really nice and things like that. So I did not intend to be anything but myself. So I was just there and just to be present. But apparently for these residents, especially those who may not have constant visitors, having this person who was there meant a lot. So I happened to make a difference in their lives, but at the same time each of them also made a difference in my life, especially for example this resident whom I felt actually like a grandmother figure to me. She is also a good prayer, so she her presence also then made a difference in my life. Just a nice spirit to be around. So I guess the highlight of this sharing is we may not feel that our presence matters, but just from these couple of examples on how I made a difference in the residents' lives and how the residents made a difference in my life, that yours too. Each of us is unique, each of us is special, so our presence makes this world more colorful and more interesting. No matter how small something that we do, if it's just our time already makes a difference. Anything that we do, especially for the good, will make the world better, and it will create a ripple effect in this world. So I just want to kind of share that something that we do might actually be really small for now for you, but you never know how what you do, what you say, and what you don't do and what you don't say can make a difference in this world. Continue to be you, continue to be special. I think we are making a difference in this world. Thank you.